The president's also talked about Greenland, about Panama. Why the focus on Venezuela and Maduro now?
Well, I think the case that I would make, and that I think the president's team would probably make, is Venezuela constitutes one of the most significant direct threats because of the tie between the Venezuelan regime and the narco-traffickers. It constitutes a direct threat to core American security interests, right? And if the president, I think if they're defining what those core security interests are, one of them I mentioned was the ability to protect Americans from the importation of deadly narcotics and the direct contribution that the Venezuelan regime makes to that effort. And I would argue, and this is something we may touch on later, is the president. I think there's been speculation in the press that the president's going to have a conversation in his national security strategy, maybe in his national defense strategy, about prioritizing the Western Hemisphere and placing that at a higher level of strategic urgency than maybe it's been placed in previous national strategies. I think part of that, in my view, is the role of our number one peer competitor, the People's Republic of China, in this hemisphere. And so I think a lot of the speculation by my friends in the China hawk community have been, well, the president's going to de-emphasize how significant the competition with China is in favor of the Western Hemisphere. What I would argue is that Venezuela, given the ties that it has with China, the ties that it has with Russia, is part of the larger great power competition that's going on globally.